name is Naya. For those of you that remember, those of you that don't remember, welcome back. And today is Sunday. It's currently like 7:11, and you know what time it is? Eviction time. People are going to leave the house today. Currently, Ebuka is speaking to the housemates in the house, and he's about to call a name. Who do you think he's going to do? For a fact, we are setting one fake housemate is leaving.
Not sure if it was supposed to be ultimate love or kissing contest going on that day.
Ebuka is what's the word? Is it confronting or speaking to them about the whole I am like love item situationship going on in the house, and then the whole like kissing competition that was going on yesterday in the party.
Following up on my question, why do you think a lot of people in the house, including you of course, are very particular about being in relationships? What do you think is fueling that?
He just asked Dotun what he thinks about why he feels like everybody in the house wants to be in a relationship, including himself. Like why they're particular about it.
Being in a relationship. I just feel that it's only right for me to, follow my heart, whatever I feel in the moment.
Isn't that cute?
I don't know whether it's aggravated because of the space we are, but I can only answer for myself. And I know that genuinely I feel what I feel and I'm going after what I feel. So
alright, sweet boy. Sweet Yoruba boy.
Okay, thank you very much.
Does reply to what Ebuka asked him about wanting to be in a relationship, like them and like the other housemates wanting to be in a relationship. He's like, that it's not about wanting to be in a relationship, that he feels like he's going after what he wants. Obviously he's talking about Daniella. He's just going after what he wants. He doesn't know if he's aggravated because of them being in like a small space, but he's following his heart and he can't say for others. So yeah, currently Big Brother, I'm sorry, why do I call Ebuka Big Brother? Ebuka has asked the housemates to stand up. I remember that all of them are up for eviction, and one person or more than one person will be leaving today. And most likely it's going to be a king size eviction. The way I'm seeing is like I can say for a fact, I'm sure at least 3 persons.
Okay, before I continue, for the last time this season,
who's going to leave?
there is of course another fake housemate.
Okay, so you guys there.
So if you are the fake housemate,
Ebuka just asked the fake housemate to step forward. He just, the way he put it to the housemate, just like, so amongst you guys there's another fake housemate, and then he asked
step forward, please.
he asked fake housemate to step forward. I remember Big Brother told the 3 fake housemates, that's Cheesy, Deji, and Rachel. Then he told Rachel and what's her name? Rachel and Cheesy. Now when Ebuka calls fake housemates to step forward, they shouldn't answer. But he didn't say the same to Deji. Remember that's exactly what he said to same thing he said to like 3 of them, like previous week, but he didn't say the same to Modella. So yeah, Ebuka has just called for Deji to step forward, and obviously his time in Big Brother's house is up. He's gonna leave. But he said Adekunle is a very mad person. Adekunle is a very mad person because when they asked the fake housemate to step forward, he moved like a bit from his seat as far as the fake housemate, and everybody was just looking at him like that. Would have been very surprising because he joined them in like the first 2. But don't you wait. When I think about it there, I don't know, you know that the 2 fake housemates that they just evicted, that's Deji and Modella. You know they came in after like the proper housemates were already in the house. So don't you think the housemates will start suspecting that maybe there are more fake housemates in the house, and it obviously has to be Cheesy and Rachel. I feel like if you are smart enough, you put 2 and 2 and you can already assume that it's a show banker. You get? I don't know if you get what I'm saying, Shabo. If they were smart enough, somebody like me, I'm very smart, so I can decipher that very fast. But yeah, you guys, Maki Billions was interviewed. Remember they told us after Monday, and Ebuka told us on Monday after she was evicted that today being Sunday during live eviction she was going to come and be interviewed. You know the way you get evicted and Ebuka briefly talks to you. That's before the whole African Magic like proper interview that happens. So Ebuka briefly talks to you, then walk you through like your entire stay in Big Brother's house. And you see Maki Billions, as she calls herself, that was so eventful. Like she had a lot of highlights in the house. She lived it to the fullest. I promise you, like she lived it to the fullest. And at this point, before I wasn't even feeling pity for her because like she was really getting on my nerves. But at this point, like seeing her today, I was just like, chai. If not that the housemates did not like you, she really used to be around by now. You will most definitely still be around by now. But circumstances of life, shit happens, and it's happened to her. And she's taking it well. She doesn't even like seem flipped, but it's been how many days already? You would have moved past it because like you're not going to stay in Big Brother's house forever now. That's not your father's house. Well, she feels good, and then Evika asked her, so what do you have to say about like what do you have any words for Giddyfia? And she's like, yeah, I wish him the best. Do you have any words for Fina? She said, I wish him the very best. But she said I don't wish them the best before. But she doesn't really seem concerned or bothered about it. You've seen in her like previous interviews where she has said Giddyfia is fake. She has hinted on that a lot, that Giddyfia is fake, and then she has also said something about Fina not having her back and not supporting her, Fina doing this, Fina doing that. So to be honest, and then I remember they asked her a question about when Fina comes out of the house, do you think both of you will be friends? And she's like, she doesn't know, let them see. But the way she answered the question, she's like, she's not even looking forward to any sort of friendship in that whole space. Do you get? So I can't wait for when this whole thing will be over. Like I really want to if these two people end up being friends, even though I feel like that ship of friendship will not sail. I have that feeling. I can't see for a fact, but I just feel like it will not feel. And then Ebuka asked her like moving forward. So what is it? Well, like what's next for you? She said yes, the Machiavellian brand. She's going to open a clothing line. She's open to Browns. She called it Browns. Open to being a brown ambassador. So she's going to have her own Machiavellian line, clothing line, and then skincare line. I mean, everybody wants to open clothing line and skincare lines. Like that's literally the only thing you could think of when you come out of Big Brother's house. But I look at the very best, to be honest. She's going to be fine, and I hope she does well eventually, and her time doesn't fade out. And but before we I want to have like a proper conversation about yesterday's party, because we've not had the conversation. Do you get? We've not spoken about it, but I want to talk about it because yesterday was just a lot for me. Like, bro, what was that? First of all, a lot of I was going through Twitter and all of that, like the spaces, Twitter, Instagram, and people were saying, oh, they love the DJ, and I'm like, wait, was I watching a different Big Brother? Because I'm not even lying, I'm not even going to mind words or something. I was not feeling it. Maybe the first DJ Crowd Control, I think that's his name. Maybe I liked that one to an extent. But the second person, like the twins, or if I don't even know if they're twins or not. Nope. Hell fucking no. I was not feeling it. I did not like it. I feel like they came in with the whole electronic vibes. Like, bro, we're not in Ibiza. Please give me my proper jazz. Give me my proper streets. Like, give me my Nigerian music and stop adding electronic vibes to it. I think. So I think that they are done with their ad at the moment, and Ebuka is back. So it's basically like the highlight of the week that they are showing. There was not like so much fight this week. But you see Diana's diary session cracks me up all the time. That today they had a diary session here, and Big Brother asked them like each and every way. I think the highlight of today's diary session was, who do you think will leave and it will affect the house? So everybody had to see, like most people were calling Fina. Some people called Swag, but most people also called Giddyfia. So you read Diana's tone. I can't even remember who she called exactly. But then she's like, big brother, my mood is swing, and I'm like, don't fucking kill me. The fuck is your mood is swing? See, like, when you are so funny that you don't even need to put in so much effort, and you are just effortlessly funny. That's the kind of person she is. Like, I'm not even sure she knows she's funny, but she cracks us up a lot. And she said her mood is swing. I'm like, where's this English from? Then she also said, oh, she doesn't want to stay. She doesn't want to leave Big Brother's house. That she wants to stay. So I said, but don't worry, Big Brother, I'm going to dress for you and Ebuka today. And yes, she did dress for her. She showed us some laps, like hot skin to serve, ties, cleavages, and all of that. But I mean, you have to be prepared because nobody knows who's leaving today. Who do you think is going to go? In my mind, in my heart, hey, let's just say I'm already. I already have like a list, but I can't say for a fact. So we're just going to watch and see how it plays out, how it unfolds. But currently, Ebuka and Giddy has come out like to display his with Ebuka, and he's going to have his brief interview.
Why did you want to leave when I was asking? Because last week, Big Brother told me not to leave, so I thought he was playing the same part. So. You wish when I was time for you to leave. How you feel? It was
You know that Deji already knew, like
Definitely.
since earlier this week, he already had it in mind that he was actually going to go, and he was so certain that he was going to leave yesterday.
That's good to hear, because we're not sure, like, fake housemates, is this relationship fake? Is it genuine? So you plan to get this going after the show with her? Yeah, definitely. Like, initially I wasn't sure about her.
Wow.
Yeah, but then after a few days, I feel
Really?
like I really want to get to know her and probably move forward with her. That's also
This thing sounds like Pap. Ebuka just asked him about his relationship with Chichi, and he's like, oh yeah, that after the house he looks forward to like seeing where he goes, like, you know, probably putting in effort and seeing how far it takes them. That before it, like when it had just started, that he wasn't feeling that way, but after getting to spend time with her now, that he feels that way. And I mean, I'm not in the relationship, it's both of them in their relationship, but I'm like, sounds like Pap, sounds like a lie. I'm not falling for it, because I can say for a fact that you do not like this girl the way she likes you. It's clear, it's crystal clear. Even though lately he has been reciprocating the whole feelings she's giving him and all of that, like yesterday's party. And see, I think Ebuka has to ask this question so he can say with his mouth. But I have a very, very strong feeling that Deji and Chichi had sex yesterday night. With what I saw yesterday night, I don't think that was making out. You know, you can tell when somebody's making out, but that was more than it. And Deji was like, he was fucking drunk. He was drunk as hell. Chichi wasn't even that drunk, she was a little bit tipsy, but the sexual tension was just too high, and it was bound to happen. Like, I saw it coming, but then I thought it was going to happen between like maybe Dotun and Daniela or something, but not Deji and Chichi. But
I just feel like she's not the kind of person I would fuck with normally. Because I'm a very like calm guy, and then she likes to talk too much, likes to have conversation with everyone. And I don't fuck with people like that.
oh my god, this guy just stop doing like this. She just said Doyi talks too much, and she's not the kind of person who talks with, because she's always in people's business, like she talks a lot, and he's a very calm guy.
Money-wise, I'm open. You get it? I'm open to do everything. You get it? So
Everybody that comes out to Big Brother's house always says they're open to do everything. You are doing everything, and then you end up not being good at anything.
Alright, it's time for us to see what you guys are saying on the streets of Twitter. Let's check out your first tweet. At Jay Shogun says, good luck to Fina, Brian, doing better.
Who is gonna leave next? Who is gonna leave next? Who's gonna leave next?
Oh wow, this guy Ellie is new violence.
So yes, I was just telling people about the party yesterday. I told you already that the DJ was not giving, he wasn't settling for me. But everybody has their opinion on how they felt about the DJ. Because like, I was very surprised, like, you know, when like normally people like tweet about like Big Brother stuff during the party, you know, things that are going on, how the DJ is performing, and then a lot of people said, even the housemates themselves yesterday said that this was the best party they had ever had, and I'm like, am I watching something else? I'm confused because I'm not seeing what people are saying. I'm not feeling what people are feeling, or maybe I was feeling it at first, but then eventually like the ginger fell off, like. Bro, I don't know. But you said the person that mixed that drink yesterday, that person will not make heaven. I don't even blame Digi that said the person is a devil. So I think we're back into the house to evict somebody, because we are doing this together with Ebuka. We're removing another person. Who's gonna go? Who's gonna go? Who's gonna go? Who's gonna go? Doing
hello, what's up? Are the nominated housemates still standing?
Yeah, stand your ass as well. Is Rachel's face for me? Why is her face like that when she's very sure she's not going anywhere? Pretense.
Good luck to everybody.
For Dotun, I'm sure it feels good just sitting knowing you're not up for eviction. And you have like one extra week in Buddha's house. Chichi did not cry for Digi's departure. I thought she was gonna will, because if it was Fina would will. Like, Fina is already so sad. Like, it's exhausting seeing Fina like this every Sunday, I beg.
To be evicted from the Big Brother Naija Level Up House
is Tension. If you can speak.
Diana.
Oh my god, bro! Diana has just been evicted from Big Brother's house. What? Okay, I should not be shouting because like it should be expected, but I would have thought maybe. As you see, I can't say anything. But Diana has been evicted from Big Brother's house and currently she has been given 10 seconds to say her byes and leave. Oh my god, I'm going to miss Diana, her diary sessions. Shit. Like Moncherry. Wow, I swear I can't believe this, but it's bound to happen. I mean, like she's not. I wouldn't exactly say she's someone that had like a strong personality in the house. So, and to be honest, I've not seen anybody campaigning for Moncherry. You know, votes for Diana, votes for Diana. I have actually not seen it. I've seen other people's and I've seen Joey, I've seen Elu Swag, I've seen I've not really seen much of this girl, Alice Asia. But I'm going to miss Diana, I swear. Like her diary session always gave me joy. But then it's just like I feel like she has not really like had like good connections with people in the house. The only person she probably like speaks to very well, and that's where they're gossiping, is Adekunle. Aside from that, Diana is usually always on her own. In the party, even if it's pool party, their normal Saturday party, she's always on her own, always dancing on her own. Like yesterday, I was just like, oh no, like losing up a bit now. Losing up a bit, like I get that you're older than these people and you're probably trying to like put some sort of like what's the word? Limits or distance or something. So you know that's the thing. There's the situation that happened between her, Giddyfia, Amaka, and Rachel would not occur again. But that's too much, I beg. But to be honest, she's actually a very sweet person. Like she was very very nice. Yesterday when who was that person that was so drunk? Oh yeah, Chomzi and Elosog was trying to like Elosog was taking off her clothes for her, like changing her into her 90s. And she came out. She was like, "Oh, are you trying to change her? Do you need help? Can I do it for you?" She's actually a very sweet person, to be honest. She's very sweet. And she'll be fine. Look forward to seeing. She's very, anyways, I can't actually wait for her interview because I love the way that babe talks. I can't wait for her interview. So yes, so I was just telling you guys about the yesterday night's party. So at first I'm just like, what's going on here? What's happening? You know that in the house, like everybody's literally paired. Everybody has their own go-to person, except maybe somebody like Adekunle Doyin. Who else? Adekunle Doyin. I can't think of any other person, but you see Alison, there's Alison and Hermes, there's Fina and Groovy, there's Chichi and Deji that just left, there's Bella and Shex. Oh my god, it's true. How did I even skip those? How did I skip those two? I'm going to get back to those two people. But yeah, there's Bella and Shex, there's who else? Another person, another person. Yeah, there was Rachel and Giddyfia. Rachel rocked that boy's destiny. She rocked him until there was nothing to rock. Like she rocked him until they got to the house and he was begging her to sleep on his bed. And Rachel was so drunk yesterday night. And I said like that whole conversation was so fucking funny because Giddyfia was like that she should sleep on his bed this night, and she's like, okay, I promise you're not going to touch me. Nothing is going to happen. It was just, and this thing is, it was not pretense. Like she was actually drunk, so I believe she didn't even know what she was saying. And she's like, promise me nothing is going to happen. Promise you're not going to touch me. And but I was like, what the fuck is going here? Him is like, I promise. Both of you, are you joking with me right now? Eventually he carries her to bed, puts her on the bed, and tells her that she should stay there. Does she want to have her bath so that he can like take her to the bathroom and all of that, then prepare dinner for her to eat before she goes to bed. And she's like, oh yes, she wants to eat Indomie. She wants very peppy Indomie. Then he wants to leave. She's calling him, but she's like, am I bothering you? Am I disturbing you? I'm sorry. Am I bothering you? I'm like, what is going on? She's all these kind of girls that when they are high, they just want to keep talking. Some other people, when you're so high, you probably just like sleep. But that babe was all over the place. She was all over the place and she had a lot to say. It was actually very exhausting to watch. I felt bad for Giddyfia. Like he might not have said it, but that could be draining. It could be very draining. But he knows what he wanted. Like he was asking her to sleep on his bed that night. I know he knows what he wanted, but then he was also telling her that she was also like, promise me you're not going to touch me, and then she said, he said, no, I won't touch you. That I want us to do things, but I want it to happen when you're not high. I want it to happen when you're very sane, so we can, enjoy it as if I did like, okay. Moving on.
6 weeks in the Big Brother house.
As you know, 6 weeks in Big Brother's house is not doing.
But how will you describe your experience on the show?
So Diana is out, she's with Ebuka at the moment.
Like, I couldn't believe that I would stay 6 weeks, so I'm very grateful. Thank you guys for everything, and I love you all.
She said she's very grateful to you people. Thank you guys for everything. She loves you. There's no way you're not going to have highlights in Big Brother's house though. Isn't it okay? Wait, what's her obsession with shine clothes? Is it the clothes she wants to enter that she's wearing to come out? Abigadi. You say like cattle are forming in your house, Big Brother. But yeah, that does not really have highlights like that. There are not so much fun moments the way they show us these girls from Amaka's one. Fine, the part where she asked me whether to go help and go to the market and buy what was that she was even asking for? To go and buy salt. That just has to be the last clip they'll show her.
Absolutely amazing in the diary room. What's next for you after the show?
I'm open for all the opportunity that will be coming for me, but definitely I will work on the skincare business because it's really what I want to do.
She said she's open to all opportunities that will come into her, but she's going to work like more on her skincare brand. Like for a long time she has always been about like coming out and starting a skincare brand. And to be honest, like her skin is giving, so it's valid. She should share her routine. But you guys, I want to ask, why Diana was always wearing heels in the house? Like she did not have slippers or something. She was always with, oh my god, my baby's here! My baby is here! Chike is performing. I didn't get. What is he wearing? Is he wearing skirts? Hey. What's he? That's skirt though. Chike is looking for highlights like Bella Shmurda. Because it's not even the drag Bella Shmurda over what he was wearing, and Chike keeps come and wear his own. Oh god. That's my sweet boy. But nobody gave me heads up that he was coming. Energy. Everybody's so hyped to see my baby perform. Fine boy. So please, while this is going on, let's quickly talk about Bella and Cheers. I know that I feel like I speak about these people like all the goddamn time, and it is exhausting. Like even me, I get tired of hearing their name or seeing them on my screen, and I honestly cannot wait for at least one person to leave. Most likely Shanks in Jesus' name, because it is very tiring to see somebody like Shanks. That guy is a lot. What the fuck was that yesterday? You see this, the little time Bella got to like dance on her own when Shanks was probably giving her attitude or being angry over what I don't know, because in the house, like this whole thing started from the party room. Their issue yesterday. They have issues you can't even say every 2 Eke market days, because they is literally every day. They have issues and then they settle. If that's a relationship, can't mean that I know do, because you can't even stress my mental health like that. God forbid. God forbid. No matter how obsessed or how much I love you, I'm not doing that one with you. See, like who was that? And the most annoying part is that the reason why they had this issue yesterday was very unnecessary. Like, I would rather even take me back to the times of Neo and when we were always fighting about that time. It's food they were always fighting for or fighting about, not unnecessary petty things. How are you coming to Okay, Shems came for Bella that she doesn't treat him well, especially in front of the housemates, in front of the fellow housemates, that she's rude to him, and she danced with I think he also mentioned something about her dancing with other people yesterday party, and I'm like, oh god, god, what where did Big Brother go wrong, particularly selecting shirts to come on this show? I know it's connection, but that was like the biggest mistake ever. Who is this person's father? That was like the biggest mistake ever. Because what the hell was that? So, they eventually left the party room to go and sort out their issue. They were talking. Then eventually they got into the house and they went into the bedroom and toilet. Sorry, the toilet to talk. Both of them were inside the toilet. Bella was sitting down, Shegs was standing, and he's like, Bella was standing, Shegs was, I don't even know. But, Shegs was comparing her to his ex-girlfriend, talking about how when they leave the house, he's going to go back to his ex because she was acting up and she was doing this, doing that. And Bella is like, what the fuck is your problem? See, like, right now my eyes has cleared. You see this thing you are doing, I'm not doing it with you again. You are fond of this whole, I'm going back to my ex, I'm going back to my ex. If your ex is that special, then why you with me? Go back to the kind ex and stop, leave me alone. I'm sure if she's watching now, she's going to be feeling so proud that you're always mentioning her at every slightest provocation. Every time my ex is my ex, that I'm going back to my ex. Go back to your ex now. Like, see now that she's tired of being a mumu, that her eyes are clear, she's no longer going to be a mumu and tolerating all this rubbish that he's doing, that he's always disrespecting her, always insulting her, she's always taking it, and she be that he has broken up with her. That fine and good. The breakup has happened and they will be fine. She be he wants to mingle with other people. That she doesn't even have a problem with it. That see that she's a very wicked person, and it's not because she has not been showing him that side of her. That she's a very mean person and she doesn't give a shit about anybody or anything. And personally, I feel like that's the kind of person Bella is. But then she just happens to like this boy, and I don't even know if this is actually real or maybe it is, because I don't think Bella is somebody that like club will enter her head like that. I feel like she's probably using this as a strategy in the house. Like she probably has like intentions, because I feel like her kind of person, when she comes up with her, she's actually going to meet that guy. I hope so. It's not about feeling. I really do hope so, because you can't be stupid for too long in Jesus' name. I can't stand by it. But she was like that her eyes are clear now and she's ready. She's no longer doing this thing. But then at that moment when that conversation was happening, I was like, okay, Bella, you just said your piece. You said everything you have to say. So why are you still in this toilet? Get the fuck out. I was like, this is the moment where you tell him how you feel and how he has been disrespecting you and how you don't give a shit about the relationship, and you walk out. And then she was still pacing around the toilet, and I'm like, you're giving this guy like ample time to still stay here and be telling you shit and washing your brain and making you believe rubbish, because you can't have, like, you stood your ground literally. So move, get the fuck out of there. And she was just, and she's like, she's done, she's not doing this again. And then the guy is like, baby, please come, baby, come, hug me, please hug me. And I'm just like, oh, we're not getting back to this again. This guy is corny. This guy is a user. This guy is an emotional abuser. This guy is toxic. He's everything bad. He's not good for your health. It's not even good to be friends with anybody, not to talk of being in relationship with somebody. I'm annoyed. Like, you see that whole thing that happened yesterday, it pissed me the fuck off. Eventually, they have, like, they spend, like, how long in the toilet, and then they get out of the toilet and they enter the room together. And then the next thing, he's kneeling down, apologizing to her, telling her he's sorry, this one, that one, this one. You see that I'm sorry. I can see for a fact that today again, they're going to have another issue. They are most definitely going to fight again. And who knows what this time around is going to be about? Whether it's not about meat, whether it's not about her telling him no, whether it's not about her not giving him food, or see, like, the most unnecessary things. The most unnecessary things. God. Some people want £1 million and a year supply of data, courtesy of Airtel.
Diana got £1 million, while Shegs, Bella, Deji are doing all £500,000.
See, I feel like this year they're not really giving them enough money, because they'll not be giving them something like 500,000 naira and be expecting like 5 people to share it, or 1 million and be expecting like how many people to share it. Anyways, it's the economy. Times are hard, things are bad.
Let's not forget 200,000 naira for Daniella, Brian, and Cheesy, who also for the Queen's task.
I don't even know why they don't tell like them what like how much they won.
2.5 million naira each.
What?
Giddyfia and Shags won 1 million naira.
Brian, Deji, and Chumsy won 2.5 million naira each. Like they're not sharing no 2.5, 2.5, 2.5. Dawson and Shags won 1 million naira each. Guy, Pepsi has money, oh. This is like how much I was talking about here. This is like 4 million naira they gave out. Oh, this. Are you serious? Then all the housemates get an exclusive VVIP, all expense trip to Cape Town.
Oh no. I'll be having a special guest join me to tell you guys something very, very important. So don't go away because we'll be right back.
Okay. Every guy just said the special guest is coming to join him to tell us something very, very important. What's that going to be? With the way they're taking so much time, I wonder how many people, like, if anybody is still going to leave the house. Like, currently 2 people have left, Deji and Diana. But then I had like a strong feeling that like about maybe 4 persons were going to leave or something. But they are taking so much time, and maybe that's not likely to happen again. But guy, okay, currently they should be like they were 19. So if 2 people have left, that should be 17. They should be 17 now. And then they have like only about 4 or 5 weeks, if I'm right, if I'm wrong, I don't know. 4 or 5 weeks, I don't know. And remember, it's just like 5 persons that's going to stay in the house like last week, day 72 in Big Brother's house. So I'm really wondering how they intend to weed out these housemates, because they are plenty. There are actually still a lot in Big Brother's house now, and there's barely time. So let me assume that they'll do evictions today, and this surprise what's that immediate eviction on Monday is probably going to be a thing, because it's going to be unfair if it's just like once that they did it and then one person that just got unfortunate. So I wonder if they're going to do it tomorrow. Like I actually look forward to seeing what's going to happen tomorrow, and if the eviction process is still going to be the same thing, like everybody being up for eviction and people eventually leaving, instead of like the head of house picking people he wants to be up for eviction and having some people leave. I actually prefer this whole like housemate stand up, everybody's up for eviction and then some people end up leaving. I actually prefer it like that. So I was still talking about Bella and Shares. Then eventually Bella got into the room, and Bella and Shares got into the room, and then Shares was kneeling down apologizing. I was just like, what's going on here? Like, both of you should get out of my face. I beg, move from me. Then hey, wait till my eyes don't see. Start hitting things. Yesterday, Daniella and Dotun. See, when you are very intentional about something, like you don't even have to be under the influence of alcohol to know that okay, I want to do this, I want to do that, or this is what I'm expecting of you. So before Daniella started drinking, she was very, very, she was in a very good mood. She was having the time of her life yesterday, and then eventually she was dancing with Dotun. They were dancing, and to be honest, I've never seen like Daniela in that space. Like, I don't know if you understand what I mean. Like with Khalid, she danced with Khalid, but most of the times they were like probably like dancing separately on their own and having a good time. But you see, yesterday night, Daniela danced a what if see, bro. That dance was giving. Then eventually they started kissing, like they were literally swallowing each other's lips. That kiss was so intense. It was just like like the short break they gave each other where Daniela was in her feelings, talking about how she's fucking up, and that she's shocked Khalid isn't happy with her, that she was giving Dotun space. So I believe that kiss was just like, welcome back, I'm sorry I moved away from you, but I'm back. Because she kissed him like there was no tomorrow. She kissed him like she was going to go home today. She kissed him like mad, eh? Like they kissed for so long, and they even took it outside. The next day she was on the bed, but she was actually really drunk. So I don't know if that was under the influence of alcohol. But I want to be sure this was under the influence of alcohol because she was really drunk. Eventually, when they got into the house, they had to carry her, like bundle her, and keep her on top of the bed. And she was talking plenty rubbish. Like Daniela was talking a lot of rubbish. Like, she said a lot of rubbish, and the housemates at least helped her like take off her clothes, change her into like her nighties. Then Brian was also in her corner, making sure she's good, like doing anything. Dotun came a few times. Eventually, he carried her to the head of house lounge. Then who else was there? Adekule was also there catching truth because she had a lot to say. It's okay, is on the show. So it's okay, the special guest.
The energy is off the chains today.
Bro. Okay, looks so short beside Adem beside Ebuka.
That's definitely for sure. The
Oh
show
gosh, she looks so
has been
stunning.
quite a show this week. Shout out to Big Brother for that. We're turning up the heat. I would like you to join us as well. Now, to join me in turning on the heat, make sure you catch Big Brother Naija season 7, The Boss, which is exclusive.
I said, like, she said we're turning on the heat, and I'm like, is something else going to happen?
So just give us a taste of what Showmax Opera can expect on the Boss for those who haven't been.
I mean, everyone in the audience said no, I'll tell you. Now, you guys can expect the unexpected. We're dropping never seen before footage. We're taking you behind the scenes, and we're breaking down all of the drama with all our celebrity guests that stop by.
Never seen
I've
before
the
she
show,
take
which is
your
very
show.
spicy. There's a lot that happens there.
Basically, I beg it's just out there here doing for showmans. That's why Pokemon came wise on the show currently. I swear I thought like something was going to happen.
Nice. Remember, guys, Showmax.
Like they came to give us like
channel.
I don't know. She said turning up the hits. I was expecting something serious.
Series, movies, live sport from Supersport, kids shows, and so much more, isn't it?
Yes, now apart from our personal fave, of course, which is Big Brother Naija, there's so much more great entertainment that I cannot wait to watch on Showmax.
Like what? Like what?
Ooh, if you're a fan of Game of Thrones, guess what? House of the
Please,
Dragon
they're selling Showmax markets.
on Showmax.
As I was saying about Daniela and her people. So yeah, eventually she got dragged into the head of house now because obviously I feel like
Now you
I think
use the
as
Showmax app,
if
ladies
you're
and
supposed to be
gentlemen,
head
to
of
stream
house
or
now, you
download
sleep
your
in like
shows
the normal
and
room. I think you
enjoy
get
them on
punished.
your
I don't know
mobile
if that's
phone,
well.
iPad,
I know like in
smart
previous
TV, and more.
years they
Anywhere
did
you
that.
go, you can
Then
watch
Doyin,
us
oh my god,
on
Doyin
your
was so drunk. Like a lot of the housemates were drunk. Doyin was drunk, Daniela was drunk, Deji was drunk, Druvi was drunk, Fina was drunk, and Rachel was drunk. Who else? Who else?
naira each month.
These are the only people I can think of. And Hermes was so angry. Hermes was like that this Hermes and Chizzy were annoyed. So they were like that. These people are acting like babies. Like why would you be drinking so much without like knowing your gauge and knowing when to stop? But then I feel like with mixtures you can never tell. They give them mixtures like it looks like Pepsi, but obviously there were tons of other things that you're in it. So you wouldn't know when to stop. And then Brian was saying that if you are taking 3 cups, he will be gone like the other housemates. But he took 1.5 because when he tasted the drink, he knew that this thing was bad. Even Deji was when he was drinking the drink, he was like, "Oh more, this drink is too strong. Like the person who makes this thing a devil." And like the person, you are calling the person a devil, but you are drinking more, and now you are drunk as well. Like Deji was so good. Deji was a gunner. Even Chichi was not even as drunk as he was. Chichi was a little bit tipsy, but like she was in control of the whole situation. But Deji was gone, and I think it's the whole alcohol influence that made them do what they did under the duvet. And I'm sure they had a great time. At least before he left the house, he has he got get the taste of whatever he was where Chichi has been serving him because she was giving it to him and he had to collect it eventually. And now he's saying when she gets out of the house that he looks for something happening between both of them. Cap. Lies upon lies. I don't see that happening. Not maybe just kind of person. That guy, he's very no pure. But I hate seeing Bella and shades on my screen. I hate it, and it's just annoying because this whole thing is because of shades. Like, I would actually not have a problem with Bella if it was shades. DJ Crowd Controller is back. The DJ that gave it to us yesterday, the first DJ.
Attention, if you vote regularly, then you know I will voting on the My DSTV My Glow TV apps and not to play with. The higher your package, the more voting numbers you have, and that means
meanwhile, Sheikh was the thing of the house this week, and he had like a costume, like the whole clown costume thing to wear. And I feel like he did not really receive his punishment. And I can say for a fact that, okay, I can't say for a fact, but I have a very strong feeling, actually.
Big Brother has said there will be a third eviction tonight. You heard that right. As always,
Big Brother has said there will be a third eviction tonight. So we're going back to the house to remove somebody. Who is it going to
Here's
be?
the vote results determined by Mnet. Let's go back in the house.
Who is it going to be? Somebody's going to go again. Is it going to be? way every eviction, Fina is always acting down. Like it's actually very exhausting to see. Like as if you will not eventually leave the house.
Hey guys, I'm back. Alright, thanks for standing without me having to ask.
He's going to
So
go.
the envelope is back,
He's going to go home, you guys.
and it's time for another eviction. As always, good luck to everyone.
Dwayne's face looks like she knows she's going to leave next.
The next housemate to be evicted from the Big Brother Naija Level Up house is Giddyfia.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Giddyfia has just been evicted from Big Brother's house. Wow. Oh my god. Giddyfia has just been evicted. Before Fina was acting dull, but now she's lively. On my screen, like the whole housemates are just looking like, how? Because you know Giddyfia is lively, so they'll probably be thinking since he's like everywhere and he's a very a very loud guy that likes to joke a lot. Maybe the house like we the viewers will like him more. I don't know the people handling his PR outside the house, but they're actually not even doing a good job. I'll say for a fact because you barely even see them post about him or promote him, like vote for him, and then the one time they did, if you see the comment section of that post, a lot of people had a lot to say. People are just like, oh, that they should tell Giddyfia to stop laughing like a fool, that he's going to laugh and leave the house. Like people had a lot to say about him, to be honest, and it was just stemming from his laugh. Like people find his laugh very annoying. Me actually don't give a shit about it. I actually don't care about Giddyfia that much. So whether he's going or not, it doesn't even affect me. But then today during the diary session, when Big Brother asked the housemates during the diary session who they think if the person was evicted is to shake the house, like the house will feel it, and they said Giddyfia. A lot of them said Giddyfia, the same way a lot of them said Fina. And it has happened. Giddyfia has left. And he's going to come out and face Amaka because it hasn't even been so long Amaka left, and I feel like they have scores to settle. They will be fine. They will be fine. So, we're talking about who were we talking about? Yeah, what's her name? Yeah, Rachel and Deji and Chichi. So eventually, like shit went down with both of them. And now that Deji has left the house and Chichi is still in the house, I doubt Chichi is still eventually going to go because I don't think there's still going to be another eviction, but nobody knows for a fact. But the way I was assuming there was going to be like a king size eviction, I was assuming like 4% at most, or at least 4%. But we don't know. Nobody knows. Let's see how it goes. What was the time itself? Like 7:54. And normally, life edition ends by 8. You guys. I can't even remember if they won their wager for this week. They did not. The way last 3 weeks, last 3 weeks. Aside from last week, because like last week was the only time that they won their wager. They are going to fight again because they are still plenty in the house. They will fight. Food is always an issue in that house. Especially when they don't have food. And currently that they don't have, there's no money given to them to like purchase food items. I'm prepared for another fight. Like last week, you didn't even really have fights like that. So just Hermes and Brian that fought. Then what's that guy's name? Deji and what's his name? And Groovy. these were the only like two serious fights that happened last week, and it was not even giving. It was just that Groovy and Deji's own that was. I was like, what's going on here? I'm beginning to throw punches. What's happening? I told you guys that geez, what's going on? You know, that shit was just scary to see. The way Deji was jumping like a Chama. But this week we are entering, I look forward to a lot of fights. I look forward to a lot of fights because hunger will wipe them.
Before the 14 lines close, so make sure you do the right thing. Now you're watching this live from Lagos, Nigeria, across all African magic channels on DSTV, GoTV, as well as Showmax. Now it's time for us to invite the last afflicted housemate. Please make some noise for Giddyfia.
So Giddyfia is joining Ibuka on the stage for his very brief. I wonder how it feels like to come out of Big Brother's house and then there are tons of like fans cheering you up and all of that. You feel like such a star. You must feel so good.
You can see that his laughter is real. It's not just camera. I know you've had quite an interesting ride in the house. You know, why do you think you're out right now? What do you think went wrong?
Ibuka asking what he thinks went wrong.
I enjoyed myself like every minute I had there. I did it to the best, so it's all good. Trust me, I'm actually very fine.
Do you think your triangle or your square was a blessing or a curse for you?
No problem, I don't lie.
He asked, do you think your triangle and square was a problem for you? And he said now it was a curse or a blessing. And he said it was a problem.
Things take you unawares. Yeah. So, but it's all good. Everyone is fine. I think I actually made peace with myself, so I'm fine.
That's all matters. Let's take a look at your journey to the Big Brother house.
There must be highlights in this Giddyfia's journey to Big Brother's house. There's supposed to be highlights because Giddyfia was everywhere. But yeah, he participated a lot in like house activities.
I'm really open to so many things, but I really have to work myself first. Being together in the same space, seeing each other's face, things to start doing.
But Giddyfia, this is like a bad guy. 3 women, 1 man.
I've not asked anybody out, and I'm not asking myself, is it clear about what
Hey, player.
It's not what you think.
You have won ultimate cards.
See, one day, man, go below.
Well, like, he looks like he had like such a great time in Big Brother's house. You barely see Giddyfia for like, I can't remember seeing him like have fights with anybody, like issues with somebody.
I can see you definitely enjoyed that. You definitely had fun, definitely. What's next for Giddyfia house then?
Okay,
You had such a great time in the house.
I don't know where to start from to answer that one, but I mean, I feel like I'll be very fine. I won't lie, I'm very positive about it. Even here, I'm actually so excited to see you guys, but I feel I'll be good.
We think you'll be fine as well, because I mean, you have a lot of talent and we can't wait to see all of that experience. Make some noise for Giddyfia!
I'm happy for him.
Alright, let's go back into the house.
Is somebody else going to go? This one he has not said, oh, we are evicting somebody else. That means nobody else is leaving. But the housemates, they look a bit relaxed, knowing that at least 3 people have gone, so probably nobody else will be going.
Hey guys. Alright, remain standing.
Is anybody gonna go? I don't think so. So Doyin survived this week. Wow. Wow.
Alright, you can have your seats. You can have your seats, you see. Congratulations on another week to everyone.
Yeah, very lucky people.
It's getting to crunch time for the season, and it's that time of the season when little things can trip you up, when you're not even sure.
Is there Mrs. Face for
Be
you?
very careful of who is around you. Those who you think are friends may not be. Those who you think are foes may not be.
You guys telling them that this week they're entering
I'll see you next
this
time.
trigger week. You know, they should be careful to avoid getting triggered unnecessarily by people and things around them, because like things are getting a bit tense. And I want to briefly talk about Hermes and Adekunle's look. It's giving. It's giving. You see, I like boys with dyed hair. So I not like I like boys with dyed hair, but like I like the whole like dyed hair thing, and it actually looks good on them. Diana helped them do it. I saw when she was putting dye on their hair, beards. Hermes dyed his hair, his eyebrows, and then his beards. It actually looks good. It doesn't look bad. So yeah, we come to the end of this live session, and 3 housemates were evicted today. Fake housemate AG, then Giddyfia and Diana as well. So currently there are about how many housemates left? I believe 17. I'll be 16. So yeah, it's considered a live session. I will get to you guys tomorrow. Another live session for the head of house.